Hello, and a warm welcome to the proadvise GmbH channel. In our video series, everything revolves around the functionality and operation of the proimporter. With the help of the proimporter, you can import data from Primavera P6 and Microsoft Project into Primavera P6 easily, smoothly, and without any data loss. The powerful tool enables you to precisely adjust XER and MPP files. You can flexibly decide whether objects and data, such as projects, activities, start and finish dates, WBS elements, calendars, or codes should be modified, ignored, or newly created prior to the import. In this video, we will take a closer look at how you can configure specific settings in the proimporter to import MPP files into Primavera P6 in a way that is individually tailored to your requirements. To import a file from Microsoft Project into Primavera P6, the proimporter provides various settings. You can adjust these settings by clicking on Settings in the top context menu, then Settings again, and finally, MS Project Import. A separate window opens where you can view the user settings. To optimally handle logic differences between Microsoft Project and Primavera P6, several options are available. Under General, activating this option allows a dialog window to be displayed when loading an MPP file, showing the logic differences between P6 and Microsoft Project. This option is enabled by default and can be deactivated if required. You can also define specific settings for tasks. Depending on whether a resource is assigned to an activity, you can specify the following. First, if this option is enabled, the system checks whether a resource is assigned. If so, the activity is created as resource-dependent. Otherwise, it is created as task-dependent. Second, if the second option is enabled, every activity is created as activity-dependent. Since Microsoft Project calculates start and finish dates by default based on the resource calendar when resource assignments exist, selecting the first option is recommended. Third, when this option is enabled, for Microsoft Project summary tasks, an activity of type WBS summary is created in addition to a Primavera WBS. The WBS summary consolidates all information of the underlying activities, such as start, finish, and duration, and therefore reflects the standard behavior of Microsoft Project. If summary tasks contain relationships, these are not considered in scheduling, which may lead to deviations in calculation results. Fourth, selecting this option creates additional activities of type task-dependent for Microsoft Project summary tasks alongside Primavera WBS elements. If relationships have been planned on summary tasks, activating this option helps preserve the scheduling logic. With the fifth option, you additionally have the ability to redirect existing relationships to the underlying activities. This corresponds to the standard scheduling behavior in Primavera P6, and is therefore recommended by us to ensure consistent scheduling and reliable planning results. Under Constraints, you also have the option to decide whether a start on or after constraint should be set in Primavera P6 for each manually scheduled Microsoft Project task. This is explicitly recommended to prevent manually scheduled activities from being shifted after recalculation in P6. In the Milestones section, the proimporter offers three options that should be selected individually depending on project requirements. First, create milestones according to their constraints. With this option, milestones are imported based on the constraints defined in Microsoft Project. This is useful when the established planning logic of Primavera P6 is to be applied, as P6 distinguishes between different milestone types. Milestones without a defined constraint are imported as start milestones. Second, import Microsoft Project milestones as start milestones into P6. This setting is recommended if the Microsoft Project logic is to be retained, where all milestones are generally treated as start milestones. With this option, each Microsoft Project milestone is created as a start milestone in P6. Third, import Microsoft Project milestones as finish milestones into P6. This option is suitable when milestones are primarily intended to mark the completion of a phase, as is common in many schedules. In this case, each Microsoft Project milestone is created as a finish milestone in P6. These options must be set according to your requirements before loading an MPP file into the Pro importer. Once all settings have been configured, you can use the Pro importer to easily import data from Microsoft Project into Primavera P6. If you need assistance with this, simply watch the previous video in this YouTube playlist, where the import of MPP files is explained in detail. That was our overview of how you can configure the right settings in the Pro importer to smoothly import projects from Microsoft Project into Primavera P6. If you do not want to miss any future episodes, feel free to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell. And if you would like to dive deeper right away, you will find the link to our website and further information about the Pro importer in the video description. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.